Oh, good morning, everyone. We're going to do something a little bit different today because it is currently minus 21.7 degrees outside, and that's a little cold. A couple things have changed here on the farm. As you know, Graham is home. Jazz hands, I guess is what they're called. Anyway, Graham's home. And in his time that he's been home, he's managed to put the floor in. I have a bathroom door, which is amazing. But because it's been so cold, not a lot of stuff has been happening outside. I have Honey currently in with Zorro. Hi, Riley, you're such a suckhole. I showed you pictures. Both Peanut Butter and Joy, I believe, are bred with Romeo. I haven't seen Joy go back into heat, so I'm pretty sure she took. We have Marshmallows living in the house with us. He typically every morning when I have my coffee and my breakfast, he sits out at my feet here. And that's where he is. Yeah, we're selling some ducks. We're getting rid of the Muscovy ducks. And it's not that I don't like the ducks, because I love the ducks. It's that we're not eating them. And it doesn't make any sense for me to keep the animal on the homestead if we're not going to eat it. And it's also, we don't have the infrastructure built yet. If we get the infrastructure rebuilt so that they have a warm place, because at minus 22 is just too cold for them. And it's not good for them. It's not good for me. I'm stressing about it. So I'm in the process of selling our Muscovy ducks. Riley, stop. Yeah. Anyway, and dogs are going a little stir crazy being inside. They can only last about 10 minutes outside and then they need to come back in. Anyway, so we're gonna sell the Muscovy ducks, and then the probably not get more ducks. The turkeys are doing amazing outside in the coals. They're doing really well. Pigs are doing amazing. I've got some of the goats aren't doing great. Luna's got a little bit of a cough, and so does Raspberry. But other than that, the rest of them are doing well. We will be getting rid of 8 for sure, possibly 9 goats in February. So the ones that will be leaving the farm are the 3 babies, Bobby, Bert, and Ernie, and then the 4 moms, Raspberry, Marmalade, Daisy, and Marigold, and then Diego. And it was a pretty hard decision for me, but we need to downsize the herd. The herd needs to be a little bit more, no, Riley, down. Leave it. The herd needs to be a little bit more manageable for me in the mornings before work. We're only going to have 2 this year that I'll be milking. So it'll be Joy and Peanut Butter that I'll be milking this year, which will be great, because that'll be, it took me about 10 minutes per goat to milk. So to have a 30 minutes, say, between cleanup, prep, and putting everything away, 30-minute morning routine for milking, that only adds, a pretty insignificant amount of time for me in the mornings before I head off to work. And then for Graham, for milking at nighttime, it won't be an issue because I think we're going to leave their babies with them. So I'll take the babies away at night. They'll probably come in the house just so I can have them. And then in the morning, we'll milk them, and then they'll be with their moms for the day. Between Peanut Butter and Joy, I have a fairly good feeling that those babies won't be difficult to maintain socialization with parents and stuff like that. And then May, fingers crossed, we can start our showing for the season. My intent, fingers crossed, that everything goes well, that there'll be 2 shows that we'll participate in this year. The first one will also be the buck show, so we'll take Romeo. We'll have, Joy, she's a senior in milk. Coco, because she'll be a junior. And then Dragonfly, a senior not in milk. Dragonfly is doing amazing. We've got to do one more blood work and get the results back from her. And then, so we'll have the 4, and then Romeo is the buck. So we'll see how that goes. My mouth is getting dry. But yeah, so here's some pictures of the house. And as you can see, the flooring's down. This laminate flooring was amazing. It is a 30-hour water guarantee. So you can basically submerge the flooring into water for up to 30 hours before it starts to swell. So with the farm, I think that'll be a great asset. We went with just a plain stock door. Nothing fancy. And so that's been good. Marshmallow has his own bedroom right in here. He goes in there at night for bed, and in the daytime he's just roaming free. We do have usually a little wrap diaper that goes on him. I just haven't put it on him yet. Riley's his best friend. Aren't you, Riley? Yes, you are. The tree. No, it's not plugged in. Let me plug it in. There we go. The tree that the grandkids picked for us. Everett specifically. My little star's falling over. Oh, whatever. And so far we've only had Marshmallow eat at it once, so that's been pretty good. The mouse that was underneath the tree we had to remove so that Gunner wasn't hauling it around the house. And one last thing before we go. We've sold Duchess to a wonderful family out of Smithers with some children, and we know that she'll be loved and taken care of there.
So he's